Alright guys, welcome along to the Belgium Grand Prix with Bolt Racing League. It's round 7 and it seems to be a wet qualifying session. We just started the 18-minute countdown through the short qualifying session. So definitely going to be wet. Not sure if we're having a wet race or not. We'll probably have some information from the drivers in a bit about that. But let's see how the cars are going to perform on a wet track, as we already have a few drivers heading out on track, so we're just gonna follow on with just a bit and let's see how they do get out there and how wet it actually is. Seems to be running on inters at the moment. Does seem to be pretty wet on track though, so track temperatures gonna be very cool, and let's see how much grip these guys are gonna find out here on track. Oh, and that's an AlphaTauri losing it there already. Damage front wing. Void is definitely gonna have to be getting back into the pits and changing that. Some sections of this track are going to be quite difficult for most drivers to handle, especially in the wet conditions as they are, so they're going to have to be very careful around most of the chicanes here. We got quite a number of drivers getting out on track right now. 19 drivers in this session, so just one short of a full grid for the race here at the Spa. So it should be quite an interesting session. Just gonna keep following with a few of these drivers just to see how they're handling the track at the moment here. I think we got Rocket Rex about to begin his hot lap here right now. We'll start to see the racing line form a bit just on the track. Oh, and Rocket Rex loses the rear end getting off the turn 1 there. So he's going to have to give that another go. Let's get on to someone else following with Linji right now. See what he's up to. I think he's about to begin his hot lap here as well. I think we got TKD and Forfer out there. They might have already started their lap and going. Getting on board with TKD right now. Let's see how he drives in the William, if he is able to finish his lap on a good note and get a pretty good time in. We already can see a racing line starting to form on track, just making it a little bit more, just provide a little bit more grip, I guess, for our cars. Still gonna be very difficult under these conditions to drive on this track though. We got Zed already out of the session there, probably. I think he went off in sector 1. As we can see, his car stuck on track there. Oh, and that's TKD losing it a bit there. Oh, and Furfur has invalidated his lap, so he's gonna have to try again with that. Following with Prime Time right now. Let's see what he's up to. He's about to get past Rocket Rex out in front of him, who's already messed up his lap, so he's gonna be trying on his. Let's see if he can be able to finish his lap right now. Trying to keep it stable around most of these corners as much as possible, because it's not gonna be as easy as it would in dry conditions, and it seems to be probably getting a little bit more wet out there, so that's definitely going to make the entire session a little bit more difficult for our drivers to get a qualifying time in here. These sectors are obviously going to be purple right now because there's no lap time set by any other driver as yet. So I'm going to keep following with Prime Time right now to see if he's able to finish his lap. That is without invalidating. Oh, and we got Alpha Sun just did a 156.3, our first lap time to come in and Lindsay with a 155.5, about a whole second faster. So we're starting to see some lap times coming now, and they're going to get even faster as drivers keep trying out there. We got just under 30 minutes left here though, and Parrington goes P1 now with a 154.5. Lap times are getting faster and faster out there, so let's see how everyone is finishing with their time. Got Angelo's here running the Ferrari. Let's see what he is up to. Lindsay did a faster time, 155.5. Nope, prime time's time is still faster, 154.5, a whole second faster. Not sure why that stuck at the bottom of the screen. Following with Angelos right now. Let's see if he's able to finish and make a faster time and get up there. Seems to be doing pretty decent so far. Oh, and he's went a little bit too wide on that and just messed that up. That's an invalidation for him. Let's see what Squash Apple is up to right now. So he's still on a lap going. No damage to his cars yet. Still running in Sector 2, of course. He should be getting to Sector 3 pretty shortly. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do a purple sector here or not. I'll have to have a look at that. Oh, and Jay-Z has retired from the session there as well. I think he probably went off there in Sector 3. Oh, and Marcus off there as well. I think there is his car stuck at the right hand side of the track. So quite a few drivers out of this session already, and it's just hitting the halfway mark now. Not as yet, maybe a minute or two more to go for that. As I think Squash App is about to get his lap in, and he goes P4, 155.8. We got Justice with a 2 minute 33 second. He's gonna have to do better than that. C4 Bomber 158.3. Not too bad for him. Still keeping it up there. At least getting a lap time in is pretty important right now. And Sammy Carter with his 157. So let's see who else is currently out there and going. Got Dalton. He's invalidated his lap. We got Void running on another lap right now. He is in, let's see, getting into Sector 3 right about now. And just did a purple Sector 2. So he seems to be on for a pretty good lap, Void there. Let's see if he's able to finish this lap and actually get a pretty good time. Angelos is out of the session. So that's quite a few drivers out, at least 4 drivers out of this session right now. With conditions as they are, it's not as easy as they expect to get a lap time in, but getting any sort of lap time in right now is as important as it can be. It might actually just save you from starting all the way at the back of the grid. As we got Void finishing at 155 right now, puts him in P3, not too bad. Got Monkey Mafia running right now. He is in Sector 1, about to go into Sector 2. Let's see how he is running. Did a purple Sector 1, so he's on for a pretty good lap. Track seems to be a little drier than it was, and maybe some portion of this track is maybe a little more wet. We're going to stay on board with Monkey Mafia's car as he goes around, just to see if it's raining more heavily in some portions of this track than others. It is quite a long way around Spa here, and with a forest all around, it just can be raining heavily at some part of this track, and just some portions might not be as the rain might not be coming down as much, which really does affect the performance of the car in some portions of the track. So let's see how it is. It does seem to be pretty constant around the track so far. Rain might have eased off just a little bit, which might prove to give us some faster lap times here as we're coming down to the close of the qualifying session. With just about under 9 minutes remaining now, and Monkey Mafia is still going through this. About to enter the Sector 3 here now. And I think he just got a purple Sector 2. It might have been taken away from him, I'm not sure, but did light up purple for just a split second there. So let's see how he finishes Sector 3. If he can keep this going, he might be on a pretty good lap, keeping it maybe in a 154 at least. And it's straight on to the finish line. Let's see where he goes. Might be getting a 156 here, and Dell's get 156.4. Puts him in 8th for now. Let's see, we got TKD running on another lap, I think, here right now. Let's follow with him and see what he's going to be finishing here. Running in Sector 2 at the moment. So at least half of the grid have gotten their lap times in with just under 8 minutes left to go in qualifying now. So very difficult conditions on track still, even though it does seem to be drying out just a little bit as the rain seems to have eased off a bit now. But just still not a lot of grip out there, especially on these intermediate tires. And it is nowhere near as dry enough to get out there on dry tires as yet, as we haven't seen any car attempted this on the dry tires so far. There are quite a number of drivers now in the pits. The bottom half of the grid is now out trying to get some lap times in. 4 drivers out of the session so far, crashing it out. Just conditions are just a little bit too difficult. It was actually coming down pretty hard when we did start this qualifying session. And according to drivers, it will be a dry race. So that's going to be quite interesting. It's going to be a little bit different when you do get to the race. With it being a dry race, some of these drivers are going to shine a little bit more than they did here in qualifying with the wet conditions. Oh, and that is TKD out of the session there. Following along with Cito here right now. Let's see what he's up to in the Red Bull. Going in sector 3 there now, I think. Let's see if he can make a pretty good time here or not. We got Rocket Rex as well. I think he is in sector 1 coming around there right now. We're going to follow aboard with Cito and let's have him finish his lap. Let's see how high up he can get. We got 4 for taking a potential pole position here with a 153.7. If anyone can beat that, let's see. I have a look. Just about 6 minutes left in the session with the track drying up just a little, or at least with the rain easing off a bit, and that is Cito going into this. With the rain easing off a bit, it should help with drivers to get a faster lap time. It doesn't seem to be drizzling at all right now. Maybe just a minor fog is circling right at the moment, or maybe the rain might be coming back. I don't know. But for the time in qualifying, it does seem to be drying up, which means track temperature is going to be a little bit different. Cars are going to be a little bit faster on track. So let's see if Rocket Rex can make a faster time here right now. We got Dalton on a outlap right now, so he's going to try and make a better time there as well. Cito again back into the pits. He's going to have to get her back and try to get a better time in. I think it's going to be quite interesting being a dry race here though, starting off with a wet qualifying. And that was a purple sector 2 there for Rocket Rex. He seems to be flying on his lap right now. Hopefully he can finish this lap without invalidating or crashing his car out. So he's coming down to the end of the lap right now. Final turn to go and he's onto the straight. So it should be interesting here from here on out. Should be able to make a pretty good lap. 154.9. Actually pretty interesting time. So that puts him up into P4 now. Not bad at all. Trying to have a look if Linji is on a fast lap here right now, which I think he might be. I'm not 100% sure on this at the moment. Let's see if Carter, Carter definitely is on a fast lap right now. Let's see what he's going to be able to do, if he can improve himself from down there in the 11th to 157, maybe get up another 3 seconds or so. Would really help him out here. Let's see if he's able to do it at a prime time on another outlap right now. He's going to try and improve his time from a 154.5, wants to get somewhere in that 153 there where Fofar is. Oh, and Sammy invalidates that lap, so he's gonna have to try with that again. We see C4 Bomber might be on a hot lap here right now, which he is, going through sector 2, might be into sector 3 here very shortly. Let's see if he's having a good lap or not. Even without a purple sector 2, he could still be on for a pretty good lap, getting up just a little bit further up, as the track is getting faster now, so it should be a little bit easier to get a good time in. I'm not sure, however, if it's dry enough to get out on the dry tires. Maybe before the session comes to a close. That's going to be a decision drivers are going to have to take a chance with here, if it's actually dry enough for that. But let's have a look on board. It's still a little bit wet out there. I'm not sure if the conditions will suit dry tires at the moment, but we might have cars trying that. Let's switch on to tires and let's see what's happening. Everyone's still on the intermediate tires right now and running. And we got Forfa on another outlap right now. He's going to definitely try and improve his time. we got Justice here right now. Let's see what time he is running for at the moment. We're gonna leave tires on for a bit just to see if any drivers try to attempt a lap here on these soft tires or not. Not sure if it's dry enough for that. It seems to be pretty slippery a bit out there still. Of course, enough grip for the intermediate tires with just a little bit of water on track just for them to displace and have enough grip to go on. But it does seem to be drying out pretty fast. Of course, we're coming down to the end of qualifying now. Not a lot of time left. So drivers are going to have to work whatever strategy they're working with right now just to get the best lap time in here before the session does come to an end. We got just one driver without a lap time. That's Cito there. Everyone else down at the bottom, 5 drivers have DNF the session. They're not able to make a lap time in here. So let's see if Cito can get some of the lap time in before the session is up. Following on with just us right now, let's see if he's able to get a good lap time in or not. Got quite a few drivers getting back out right now to make their final attempt to get a better lap time in and see if they can do this. We got Monkey Mafia just begun his lap. Let's see what he's up to going through this section of tracks, which is like the most difficult section for me personally, I would say. Getting through it, sometimes you just have to let off the trouble just a little bit. Most drivers I know do tend to go flat out through it. Seems to be on for a pretty fast lap. Let's follow along and see what he is going to be making here. Should try and improve from that 156.4. If he can do that, it's going to be maybe putting up maybe up to 6th or 5th if he can get up there. We're going to see if he is able to do that. With quite a few drivers out on out laps right now. Some drivers beginning hot laps and final lap which they're going to be attempting here because we got just a minute, about 10 seconds remaining in the session now. So Furfur still holds a potential P1 here. Primetime still in second. Both of them are on hot laps right now. They're a second apart in terms of lap time. And let's see if Primetime is able to get P1 for the start. Alpha Stun, they're still in P3 now. Rocket Rex P4. Void in P5. Justice P6. Cito went up to P7. Linji in 8. Squash Apple is in 9. Mocha Mafia is down to 10th right now. Dalton in 11. LXT is 12. And we got Carter in 13, C4 Bomber is 14th at the moment. Everyone else is going to have to start right where they are. That's going to mean TKD in 15, Zed in 16, we got Mark in 17, Angelus 18, and Jay-Z in 19. It is not a long run down to turn 1 here as well, but it's going to be pretty interesting when they do get onto the very long straights which are on this track. And some very high elevation changes, which actually does take a toll on drivers and the cars as well in terms of getting around this track. So it's going to be quite an interesting race, and we're hoping it's pretty competitive, and we get to see a lot of battles on track. Hopefully no one DNFs the session and no safety car, no VSCs. It'll be lovely to see a race with all of that happen. So we're hoping that does happen here. Of course, with the way this track is, there might be some potential VSCs to come, even though it's a dry race, a wet race. Expect drivers going a little bit slower, so maybe a less chance of incidents, or maybe a more chance of incident. Depends on the drivers here though, but we'll see how it goes. Let's see, Alpha Sun is out of the session there. A few drivers have finished their laps and not able to make a faster lap time in here. And that's going to be it for the timer. Timer is out, just under 2 minutes remaining now for whoever is currently running a lap, and then that's going to be it. No one else will be able to run another hot lap here. And we're going to let it finish as is, and let's see how this goes. Should be quite an interesting race, so we're going to try and keep an eye on everyone as much as we can for the field, because we got 19 drivers in. We'll see how much of drivers we can catch going around turn 1 and then heading straight on up into turns 2 and 3. Should be an interesting portion of the track to have drivers go through. Oh, and that is Monkey Mafia into the wall. He's definitely out with that there. He's not going to be able to make a faster time. He is currently in 9th. He did move up from 10th, so pretty good on him for actually getting up there. Who else is currently running? I think Dalton is going into the pit, so that's going to be it. C4 Bomber is on track. I think he might have lost his entire front wing. So I think that is it for qualifying here, guys. So we're going to head straight on into the results table and then get into the race session. And 50% race should be quite an interesting one here at Spa. Alright guys, so there we have it. Starting on pole position is going to be for Fernie Mercedes. 153.2 fastest lap in that wet qualifying session. Then prime time starts just behind him in P2. Alphaston P3. We got Void in P4. Third row of the grid is going to be Rocket Rex and Justice in 6th. And we got Cedo 7. We got Linji in 8th. Monkey Mafia is 9th. Squash Apples in 10th. And then we got Dalton 11. LXT in 12, we got Carter 13, C4 Bomber is 14, TKD is 15, I got Z in 16, Mark in 17, Angelos in 18, and JC in 19. And that's going to be it. We're going to head straight into the race session, have the drivers just select their race strategy in terms of pit stop strategy and fuel setups, and then we'll get started with the race. Alright guys, so our drivers are off on the formation lap. They're one lap around the track where everyone just gets to do a quick practice start and just warm the tires up as they go around in their formation lap. So that's gonna be over in just about a minute and a half's time, and then we should be getting started with the race. We're gonna put a few stats up on screen and keep it there. We're gonna just keep it this way and hopefully get a good view of the race start here. Alright guys, so we got everyone reforming back onto the grid for the race start. We're just gonna have to wait for the last car to get in the grid spot, and then we should be getting started here. I think Jay-Z is the last car to get there, and he is just about there, so we should be getting started any second now. Guys, that 5 lights out. Here we go. Let's see who's getting a better start. It seems our leaderboard is mixed up, so we just have to ignore that for the time being. As it seems, for us lost the lead of the race there. Oh, some minor contact, and we already have a safety car incident down at the back of the track. And it seems Void might be leading the race. We're gonna have to just wait on that leaderboard to clear itself up just to understand what's happening here. Some sort of incident down at the back. Dalton, I think definitely was involved with that there, which is why he's all the way down at the back and losing time at the moment here. Our safety car is already out on track, and we'll be following that in just a minute. So let's see how our race positions stand. We got Void now leading the race. We got Alpha Stun now in P2, Cito in P3, Just Us in P4, Furfur is now down to P5, started in P1, Primetime in P6, Monkey Mafia up to 7, TKD is 8 now, Linji in 9th, and Carter in 10th at the moment. Rocket Rex in 11, Squash Apples 12, Zed 13, Angelos 14, C4 Bama 15, LXT 16, Jay-Z up to 17, Mark all the way down to 18 there, and Dalton in 19th. So who was involved? Was Mark involved in that incident there as well down at the back? I'm not sure entirely at the moment, as we were a little bit more focused on the front of the grid. So we see Zed got a penalty, C4 Bomb has a penalty, and LXT has a penalty as well. Anyway, we're going to have to be on our safety car until at least maybe lap 3 here. And then we're going to get back racing again for any debris on track to be cleared, as when the guys do get across the line, they're going to have to follow along with the safety car. That's going to be Void up there in P1. We might see a few pit stops happen here during the course of this safety car, but just to some of these guys might be rethinking strategy right now. And we do see a lot of pit stops happening right now. Actually, a lot of cars are in the pits. Just Us is now leading the race. Void now, I think, down to second there. I'm sure if that's right. No, he's in the pits. I don't know why this leaderboard keeps changing like that. So Void is still leading the race. He's behind the safety car going. We're going to have to just work with visuals, what you can see right now, because that leaderboard is just always so messed up. I can't believe it's been so many months and they can't fix that one issue as yet. Alright, so we did have a bunch of pit stops happening, because we see a bunch of cars down at the back now trying to catch up to the safety car queue here. So that's going to change race strategy for quite a few drivers here now, because with those early pit stops, they most likely have gone onto the hard tires and are going to try to go to the end of the race on those. Since it's only 22 laps and we're already on lap 2 going, we'll be finished with the safety car by the time we get started with lap 4, I assume. So the drivers are counting on at least 18 laps done on the soft tires, which, to be honest, would probably be pretty possible here. But they're going to have to be a little bit careful with tire management, as they have all switched, or most of them I guess have switched onto the hard tires down in the back. We got TKD is out of the session. Following on back with Void out in front. We're going to be getting back restart with the race pretty soon. So we're just going to wait on that to happen right now. So currently only drivers with penalties, we got C4 Bombardier and LXT. So our grid order has changed up quite a bit now because of those pit stops. Oh, Furfur did take a pit stop there as well, because he's now down there in 14. And let's see what tires are on right now. So Forfar went on to mediums there. Let's see if he's able to push the medium tires all the way to the end of the race here. A few drivers did switch to the medium tires there. So 5-second penalties each for LXT and C4 Bomber there. That's definitely going to have to be served under a pit stop, which they have not taken as yet. So we can see from Prime Time going all the way down to Dalton there, they've taken pit stops already. And our top 10 drivers are yet to take any pit stop. They have to take that one mandatory pit stop, so they're going to have to pit at some point during the race. If not during the safety car here, they're going to have to do it maybe in a few laps time, at least in the halfway point of the race. And we have some more penalties being handed out right now, as we got LXT going into the pits right now. He's going to have to serve that penalty there, and I think he's got another 5-second penalty there, I'm not sure. And let's see how positions change here. So we got Void, he went up 3 positions. Alpha Stun gained just 1. Monkey Mafia is up 6 positions, up to P3 right now. Still has to take a pit stop though with the rest of them. Carter there in 9 positions up. Rocket Rex is right where he started. We got Angelo's there, he gained the most. He's gained 12 positions so far. And Jay-Z behind him getting 11. And C4 Bomber gained 7. Mark is up 8 positions right now in 9th. And rest of our drivers are going to be down a lot of positions because they did take a pit stop here. So I'm going to have to take that into account, and let's get back to racing pretty soon. Let's see what lap are we on. We're on lap 3 going. I'm hoping by the end of this lap here we're going to be seeing from race control that the safety car is going in and we can get back to racing. Let's have a look as well. We still have a little bit way to go through sector 2 at the moment. Of course, coming down to the end of sector 2 should be where we see the information coming from race control if the safety car is going to be going in on this lap or not. I think the debris should have been cleared off track by now, so I think it's a good time to get the race restarted and get back going here, because I think all the drivers who switch on to those hard tires are looking forward to going to the end of the race on them. So we're going to hope for every car in front of them to take a pit stop and hoping that they do get up a few positions here. So I think that's going to be the strategy for them. Guys on the mediums, I'm not sure if that's going to be able to make it to the end of the race, but we're just about 18 laps on them. I think there are some drivers that are actually able to push the cars that much ahead. So we're going to be watching, keep an eye on that to see how the strategy plays out, especially with drivers in front now. They're yet to take a pit stop here, so they're going to have to be very careful about at what point in the race they do take their pit stop. As we're about to go into sector 3 now, so let's see. And there we go, safety car is in on this lap. Safety car is going to go ahead, and Void is going to control the entire pack here right now. He's not going to go too fast, just going to try to keep everyone behind, have a clear view in front of him to get the restart of this race going. Seems to be lagging maybe just a little bit, I'm not sure. We're just going to keep it on the overhead cam for now, as we're going to come down to the end of the sector pretty soon and get started with the race again. Of course, absolutely no overtaking until they all do cross the line, so they're going to have to just be careful about that. That will result in a severe penalty on them. Currently 3 drivers having penalties there on track. That's Carter there down at the bottom in 18th, and we got C4 Bomber and Jay-Z. So Void currently leading, Alpha Stun behind man. Are about to get restarted here now. Let's see how well this restart is going to go as they now go for it. And we're back racing again. Front of the grid seems to be okay going so far. No one taking any unnecessary risk at the moment. A Red Bull going just a little bit wide. I think that was Mark there. Ooh, I think Squatch up and CD were switching positions there down at the back, and quite a few drivers switching positions actually. We got Zed and Justice, I think, going side by side. No, Zed and Dalton there, sorry, going side by side. Let's get back up to the front of the grid and see what's happening out here. Got 4-4 down in 10th. Jay-Z trying to get up a position there, up behind Prime Time now. I see if, that is a McLaren into the wall, and that was Prime Time there. He might be dealing with some severe damage. You're not sure if that car is going to be DNF or not. He seems to be okay at the moment down at the back. I haven't seen anything about a VSC or anything, so I guess the car is off track, getting back on track, hopefully there for him. getting out front. I got Rocket Rex getting pretty close to Monkey Mafia, who's running in P3 right now, podium position. If he can keep that up all the way to the end of the race here, not sure, because he's gonna have to. These guys have to take a pit stop at some point. Of course, if that strategy works out for them, it's gonna be pretty well. Maybe they're hoping for another safety car for to get the chance to take their pit stops. We're gonna have a look. Monkey Mafia was a little bit squabbly getting off the exit of the final turn there. Let's see if that opens a chance for Rocket Rex to get past him here. We got Lindsay getting very close to Squash Apples down at the back here. They're now going through turn 1. Let's see, they're going down the straight, how they're gonna handle it here. Lindsay has about 1.6 seconds behind him. Very close to Squash Apples, though, chasing him down, following in a pretty good line. We got Furfer getting very close to Jay-Z's car right now, going side by side with him, taking the outside. Let's see if he can be able to get this done or not. And gets a purple sector 1 and gets that overtake done pretty cleanly there for Furfer, getting up into P7 now, chasing down Mark in P6. He's about 1.8 seconds behind. Let's see how fast he can actually catch up. He's now 1.6 seconds, actually catching up pretty quickly here. Jay-Z is still just behind Furfer, going a bit wide off of that turn, so that's going to lose him a few tenths, which it did. Now up to 0.7 of a second behind. We got Mark trying to catch up with Agilos there in 5th. Let's see how good of a job he is doing. Of course, he's going to be under pressure pretty soon, as Furfer is now 1.1 seconds behind him, gained already to about 4 tenths within about half of a lap. So he's doing a pretty good job trying to catch up to the Red Bull right now. Oh, and Mark is actually pretty close to Agilos' car. He's going to be going for a move pretty soon. He's going to probably, he's going side by side. He's definitely taking it into the final corner. Let's see who gets out of this in front. I think this battle is going to continue on. Oh, Agilos gets a bit twitchy off the final corner, almost losing the rear end though. And let's see, we got Furfer coming alongside Mark there as well. So 3 of them going through turn 1. We got Angelos running 5th still, Mark still in 6th, Furfer still in 7 as he's trying to keep Furfer behind. We got Mark and Angelos going side by side. I think Furfer is trying to get in on that battle as well. He is behind them though, trying to have a look. Joe be as careful as he can before attempting an overtake here, because these two guys are battling it out in front of him. Excellent battle happening though. We got a Red Bull, Mercedes and a Ferrari. Oh, and Angelos is out of the race. The car might have been thrown into a wall there. Not entirely sure how that happened. I'm not even sure if he caught that on screen. And that's going to be a VSC to clear his car off track. This puts Mark up into P5, Furfer up into P6 now, and everyone moves out of position behind them. So Angelos is out of the race. That's 2 drivers out, and he was running so good out there in P5. And was in a pretty heated battle though there with Mark and Furfer coming just behind him. So a lot of pressure on this car. Not sure how the accident happened, if that was racing incident or that's going to be investigated down at the end of the race. That's going to be up into Discord incident report down at the end if it was not a racing incident there. But no damage on either of these cars here, so we're going to have a look at how this continues as we're back racing now. And it's going to be for just half a second behind Mark now, going to be chasing him down. Let's see how that battle continues on as we got cars with very close gaps down in the back there, as well as we got Rocket Rex just behind Monkey Mafia. He's under a second, keeping in that DRS range as close as he can right now. Definitely I think Furfer is going to try and go for a move on Mark here. I think they're about to go side by side here. Yep, they are going side by side. Let's see who gets out of this one in front. And it seems Furfer is taking the lead on it, going up into 5th. Oh, and Mark comes a little bit too close behind, not able to brake in time there, and loses a part of his front wing. Now has damage and is still behind. For now about to lose a position there to Jay-Z, going up into 6. Squash Up is going up to 7. Has some severe damage on his front wing. He's going to have to change that, so definitely might be thinking about taking a pit stop here now. I think the damage might be in a yellow on the on his dash there. I'm not sure how bad the damage is, but he seems to be slowing down a lot. That damage is slowing him down, already down to 9th, and he was running 5th, so losing a lot of position due to that damage. He's going to have to be careful as he gets through the field onto the pit lane to get that change over. And we got Rocket Rex chasing down Monkey Mafia right now. Monkey Mafia is under a lot of pressure. We got just 0.2 of a second between these two, and I think this is going to continue all the way going down to the pit straight, maybe going down there to the DRS zone. Let's see if Monkey Mafia is able to keep him behind until they get to their pit stop rotations here. Monkey Mafia doing a pretty good job though, because he's running on mediums, and we got Rocket Rex running on the soft tires, and he's able to keep it in P3 there. So let's see how much longer he's able to do that. Oh, we got City with a 5-second penalty. There are quite a few penalties being given out right now. We're going to see how that affects everything down to the end of the race, as 4-4 is now just behind Rocket Rex. He's now under some serious pressure. He was putting Monkey Mafia under pressure, now have to deal with it himself as 4-4 is trying to get by. He's trying to get a gap, going side by side, and let's see who's getting out in front. We got 4-4 taking the outside on this one, and he seems to have got my very cleanly as well. Rocket Rex not taking any damage off of this though, trying to make sure he braked in time as 4-4 went in front of him. That's going to continue. The 4-4 is now going to be chasing down behind Monkey Mafia, who's just about quarter of a second in front of him here now. So that battle continues. 4-4 is working his way back out to the front of the field where he started out there in P1. He's trying to get it back. And he's actually doing a pretty good job of it as well, because even on those medium tires, he is running pretty well, getting back all the way up to P4 so far. Monkey Mafia is definitely under some severe pressure here right now as 4-4 is looking for a gap to get an overtake done on. You still got Rocket Rex coming just behind them, about half a second behind, so Monkey Mafia is going to have to be careful. If he does get overtaken by 4-4, he's going to have to make sure he doesn't lose any time in that instance, just to make Rocket Rex catch up back to him here. Oh, we got Primetime down at the back. He's trying to catch up to LXT right now. We're going to have a look at him in a bit to see how that battle is going. Oh, and we got 4-4 going side by side with Monkey Mafia. He taking the inside on turn 1 and gets it done pretty cleanly. That is Monkey Mafia down into P4 now. 4-4 moves up into P3 and is going to be chasing down Alpha Stun, who is running P2 in about 1.9 seconds ahead. Let's see if Monkey Mafia can get this position back, or if he's just going to try and keep a lead off of Rocket Rex there in P5. He's 1.4 seconds behind Monkey Mafia right now. Still in a pretty good viewpoint though, so he's going to have to be very careful about keeping him behind there. Oh, and we got Squash Apples getting very close to Jay-Z right now. Of course, Jay-Z has that penalty to deal with, so he's trying to block off Squash Apples from getting by. Squash is trying to find a pretty good gap to go on, both running on the same tire compounds right now, so much of an even playing field here, except with the car setups. Well, let's see if Jay-Z is able to keep Squash Apples behind for the rest of the lap, because he's definitely looking for a gap to get past. As Jay-Z goes a little bit wide, Squash Apples gets a better exit. It might be trying to go side by side here, it might just actually hold it for now. Oh, that's actually pretty close. Could have caught himself some damage on the front wing there if he was not careful with that. I think it's just a little bit of a waiting game for Squash Apple here. Just waiting for... Oh, that's actually pretty close. And they're going side by side. And I think Squash Apples might have it there. Oh, that puts Jay-Z into the wall. Loses his front wing. He's still in the race though. Not a DNF as yet. I think he might have went a little bit too wide off that curb and just lost the rear end there. It's so easy to do that, especially when battling for a position. That is Squash Apples up into P5. He's now 4.2 seconds behind Monkey Mafia, where Void is now in the pits. That pushes them up now. So Monkey Mafia up into P3. Alpha Stun now leads the race. We got 4-4 just about 0.2 of a second behind him. Oh! And that is a massive accident between the two of them. I'm not even sure how that even came to happen. We just barely caught that. and that is both Alpha Stun and 4-4 out of the race. Definitely safety car for that incident. That was, we barely caught that on screen. And both of them were having an excellent race here today. That's race over for both of them. Drive through penalty for Dalton there, speeding under the VS, so under the safety car, sorry. Monkey Mafia now leads the race with Squash Apples in P2. And it's a safety car, so let's see if these guys are going to choose to do a pit stop here or not. It is their one chance to do the pit stop and just get it over with to save maybe a few seconds at least under the safety car if they do take the pit stop now. But let's see how their strategy is going to work out on this. That was a pretty massive accident though. I'm quite sure there's going to be a lot of reports in the report room after this race session. Now, all those incidents are going to have to be investigated. Exactly what happened with Alpha Stun and 4-4, who caused that, I'm not 100% sure on that. Can say we barely did caught both of them just throwing each other into the wall there. So I'm not sure who touched you and caused that incident, but that definitely is going to be investigated there. Not sure entirely how that happened there. They were coming off turns 2 and 3, and then just both of them just ended up into the wall. So I'm not too sure whose fault that was. Definitely had to be someone's fault there, but we're not sure on that. We're not going to comment too much on that, but just a nasty incident between our two race leaders there. For the moment, they were running a pretty good race. It was a pretty heated battle between them. 4-4 did an excellent job of working his way back up the field. Unfortunately, got into it with Alpha Stun and just lost it there. So both of them out. We got a number of pit stops happening right now. Monkey Mafia in the pits there as well. He was leading the race. We got Void. I think he is now taking the lead of the race behind the safety car. Let's see if Monkey Mafia is coming out back in second, and I think he is. So he stands a pretty good chance of winning this race if he can get past Void there in front. Let's see what pit stops are like here. Let's see, pit stop. So Void has already taken a pit stop. He's on fresh medium tires right now. We got Monkey Mafia on the hard tires. He's gonna have to work pretty hard for the next let's say 9 racing laps that we have left here, and try to get past Void there to take the win here. Or if not, he's gonna have to hold it out in P2 to finish on the podium at least, with Squash Apples chasing him down in P3. Linji there now in P4. And we got Justice in P5, Mark in 6 now, Zed in 7, Cedo 8, and we got Jay-Z now in 9th. He did have a bit of incident during an overtake with 4-4 there as well. Dalton in 10, Rocket Rex 11, LXT 12, Primetime in 13, Carter now 14, and C4 Bomber is now 15. We've lost 4 drivers from this race so far. Let's see what penalties are at. I'm not sure if Monkey Mafia had any more new soft tires left to use for the session, because I think he did start on a set, no, actually he was on mediums before. I would assume softs could have made it to the end of the race, but maybe he just didn't want to take a chance with this. I mean, that's why he opted to go for the hard tires here. Let's see, so penalties, Justice got 3 seconds, Zed with 6. Oh, and we got Dalton. He has a drive-through penalty. That's going to hurt him severely, putting him out of the top 10 once he takes that drive-through, because he's not going to be able to do it right away, I think. Or even if he does, he's still going to lose a lot of positions here. And then Carter there with 11 seconds, and C4 Bomber 10 seconds of penalties. That definitely is going to affect the two of them down at the bottom there. And we do see pit stops there. This is how positions did change. So far, Mark is the driver gaining the most positions, up in P6. If he does finish that way, he might be in a good spot for a driver of the day here. He has driven pretty well in this race, I would say, so far. A lot of overtakes, done some pretty good battling with other drivers as well. He did fall back just a little bit, getting into it with 4-4. When 4-4 did overtake him, did get into the back of 4-4's car and lost part of his front wing. That definitely cost him some time. Well, he did lose quite a few positions there, but he's still back in the 6th, so decent position for him. Anyway, we're going to see how we get back started here. We'll see about lap 11, 10, 11. We're going to get back started at least by the end of lap 13, hopefully here, because hopefully the incidents with both cars are going to be cleared, the barrier repaired and stuff like that. It is going to take a bit of time, so hopefully we do get back racing by the end of lap 13. But still, yeah, can't forget that. Quite an incident between Alpha Stun and 4-4. That's going to be the talk of this race at least, because 4-4's car was like halfway up the barriers there, so definitely his car went up into the air and just landed there. I'm not sure how that accident happened so bad, but it is pretty high speed getting through turns 2 and 3. Drivers tend to take it flat out, so not surprising that an incident happened like that, especially with cars battling through that zone. It is actually pretty dangerous to have that happen there. I think everyone is just about caught up except for C4 Bomber there. He is the only driver currently trying to catch up to the grid right now. So then we should be getting back started. Void has a pretty good chance of winning this race here right now. On the course, under threat from Monkey Mafia and Squash Apples down behind him, second and third. And then Linji there in fourth. He's a pretty good competitor for this as well, trying to get up into the podium points there. So we're gonna see how well that plays out down at the end of the race. Of course, we have a few drivers with penalties, so that's gonna affect things a bit. With Mark there in sixth, he's definitely gonna be looking forward to getting up into fifth quite easily with just having that penalty, even though it's a 3-second. If he does keep there and keep under the 3-second behind, he's able to get into fifth, but I don't think that's going to satisfy him. I'm quite sure he's going to try and battle Justice, get past, and then get straight up into Lynchy to try and get P4, maybe get up into the podium if possible for him. We're going to see how hard he fights this through. Monkey Mafia on those hards, he's going to have to push pretty hard to get up into a void. And safety car is going to be in on lap 12 here right now. We're getting back racing on lap 13. So that's going to be a lot of fun to watch here now, as we're going to have what drivers get back into it. And let's see how many more incidents we're going to have happen in this race, guys. Drivers are pushing pretty hard to make sure they can finish in the best position and get a lot of points in here. I think they did try to go side by side through that one. Probably why that happened, because someone lost their rear end. I would assume probably somebody lost the rear end while they were going through, because that is not possible. Both cars making it through alive there unless someone slowed down just a bit, which I don't think anyone did. Alright guys, so we're back racing again. Let's see how this is gonna go. We already have some battles starting. Squash Up is trying to get past Monkey Mafia down into P4 already. Not sure how that's happening here. We got Void getting a good gap out front already. Monkey Mafia trying to get past Justus right now and not getting a good gap to go on. Let's see if he gets him going down into turn 3. And he has Mark up into P5 already there, trying to chase him down. Gonna have to keep it. Oh, gets very close there. Risk losing a front wing on that occasion there. And Mark might be trying to get past. Oh no, he's down. He is out of the race. Not sure what happened to Mark there. He might have gotten into it with someone down behind, and he's out of the session. That's another driver out. 14 drivers now remain here. And we just got finished with a safety car here. Got Cedo just behind Zed, who's running just behind Monkey Mafia. Now let's see how this battle is going to go, as Void now has Squash Apples just half a second behind him, so he's under a bit of pressure out in front. Let's see how that's going on. A bit of a gap between the two of them and the car in 3. That's Linji there, but Void and Squash Apples definitely are going to be getting into it here in the next few laps, because they're pretty close to each other. And let's see, Zed is getting very close to Monkey Mafia right now, trying to try and get past, with Cedo coming just behind him as well there in 7th. Got Squash Apples taking the fastest lap, so he's driving pretty well here right now, trying to catch up and get past. Got a few drivers changing positions down at the back. Cedo and Zed fighting it side by side here right now, with Monkey Mafia just in front of them. Zed might keep it behind. I don't know if he's going to try and go side by side, which he does. Try to outbrake Monkey Mafia and gets past. Let's see if Monkey Mafia can actually get it back. Nope. Zed goes ahead in P5. Monkey Mafia is down into P6. Cito in P7, just behind him, trying to go side by side. I don't know how well that's going to end up with Jay-Z trying to go through here now. And he gets up into 6. Monkey Mafia down to 7, and he might be losing another position up to Cito there. Going up now to 7. Monkey Mafia is down to 8. Losing a lot of positions right now on those hard tires. Might really have cost him some time. Let's get on back out in front with Squash Apples here and Void. Let's see who's winning on this one. Squash Apples is still chasing down Void right now. Has a lot of ERS to use and really might try to consider using that when he's using his DRS. Let's see how he decides to use it though. It's going to be all up to his strategy and what he's going to try to do. Yep, those hards definitely were a bad decision there. Would have been much better off on the softs and risking it to taking it all the way to them. We got DRS back online now, so that's going to be quite interesting to see how this works out with Void and Squash Apples here. Let's see who's going to be taking it. Oh, we got Rocket Rex just under a second behind Monkey Mafia down there at the back now. He's going to be chasing him down. Let's see how that ends up for him. I think these two are about to go side by side, and we got DRS and Overtake both on for Squash Apples, going side by side with Void. And let's see, Void just can't do anything else right now. He's going to have to let him go by, or he's still going to fight him through actually. And Squash Apples, I think, is ahead. Void now down into P2, loses the lead of the race. He's going to have to try and get it back if he can. I'm not sure. He is losing some time here right now. Now Lynchy down there in P3, he's trying to catch up. He's just about under a second behind Void. So he has a bit of a time to catch up, but still here to get close to Void, at least to get an overtake done. Got Primetime getting very close to Monkey Mafia, who's clearly running down there in 7th now. Let's see if he's on the threat of losing another position here or not, as Primetime is getting very close. That's about 3 seconds to the car behind him. Lynch is still under a second behind Void. Oh, Rocket Rex is out of the race. And there is his car down on the side of the track. Not sure who he got into an incident with there. And that is going to be a VSC for that incident. Having a look at penalties now. Let's see how many penalties. And so Squash Apples has 8 seconds of penalties. Boy doesn't have any penalties right now. Lynchy with 3 seconds, Justice 3 seconds. We got Zed with 3. Cito still has that drive-through penalty, or is that a new penalty he has there? I'm not even sure. Primetime 5 seconds. We got LX with 3 seconds. Monkey Mafia doesn't have any penalties there right now. Maybe that might actually help him out in this race. JC with penalties there as well. Dolphin with 8 seconds. And C4 Bomb with about 10 seconds of penalties. What did Monkey Mafia do? He went on to soft tires now. Might have been a bit of a late decision to actually make. How much is that going to help him with just about, let's see, 6 laps remaining? About 6 racing laps remaining in this session here right now. How much is these soft tires actually going to help him? Let's see how many positions he's able to gain off the soft tires, as he's getting very close to Dalton there in 11. He's going to have to try and get this Ferrari back into the points right now. I got Lynchy getting under a second behind Void out in front. Let's see if he's able to catch up to get a gap to go on here. The Void back leading the race has, oh, and down now has a 3-second penalty as he just caught the corner just a little bit there. I'm going to keep an eye to see if Monkey Mafia can actually catch up with his soft tires now to Dalton there in 11. We got Primetime just under half a second now behind Cito, who's running in 6th. And he seems to be catching up. Following on with Cito and Primetime now. Let's see how these two battle it out for P6. As Prime is actually pretty close, using overtake on him, and might be enough range to have DRS on the straight coming up. So let's see how that goes for him. Definitely going to have DRS, and that should help him get much closer to Cito's car. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to go side by side. Does seem to be getting pretty close pretty fast, and goes on the outside. Let's see if he's able to get it done. Oh, but Cito is coming back at him, and Cito takes it back for P6. Frampton has to hold it in P7 for now, so not enough to actually get it done and keep it there. On lap 17 of 22, and we've lost quite a few drivers from this session here, 6 drivers out. Oh, we got Monkey Mafia getting very close to Dalton's car now. Let's see if he's able to get an overtake done under half a second now without any penalties. The only driver to not get a penalty as yet. Hopefully it does stay that way until the end of the race for him. Might actually help him out here. Lindsay still chasing Void out front, still half a second behind, trying to get that gap along as much as he can. Primetime and Cito still going at it, half a second behind each other there. With Cito holding on desperately to P6 right now. That's C4 Bomber under half a second too. He's trying to catch up to LXT. Oh, we got Monkey Mafia going on the outside, taking the long way around, and let's see, might have gotten this done. He moves up into P10. That was quite a move actually, and without any contact between the two cars, I actually got it done around the outside. So those tires are definitely working for him. I think it might have been a decision he should have made on the first pit stop, but he is now up into P10, and that was the fastest fastest sector 3 time. So he's on for a pretty good lap time here right now. Let's see how much time he's able to catch up though. And gaining time now, 6.7 seconds is to the next car, C4 Bomber there. Let's see if he's able to catch up on lap 18 now. So actually just about 4 laps remaining here. Not a lot of time for him to actually do this. Get on back out front. We got Lindsay now leading the race. He's got Baz Void. Void now in second with Justice now just behind him. So let's see how close he's getting there. Got C4 Bomber getting very close to LXT right now. He might be trying for a move pretty shortly here. Someone's lost a few positions. That's Squash Apple there. What's happened to his car? He might have lost his front wing. I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. He just took him some minor damage on that. So he got into a bit of incident with someone. I'm not sure who it is. Oh, C4 Bomber trying to catch up to LXT, and he's made a bit of a mistake out in front. Let's see if that opens a gap for him to get up in front here now. Oh, goes a little bit wide though. Monkey Mafia has gained a lot of time now. He's now 2.3 seconds, 2.2 seconds actually behind Cito now, trying to catch up as much as he can. So that's up into 9th because Squash Apples is losing so many positions with that pit stop there now. So Monkey Mafia moves back up into 9th. I think he might have compromised his race a bit with the tire switch he made onto the hards there, because he doesn't be quite faster on these soft tires here right now, as he's now 2 seconds behind. And he has Cito's car in his view, so definitely going to be trying to catch up as fast as he can here and get as much points as he can in this race. On lap 19 right now. Now we got Cito trying to go side by side with C4 Bomber. Let's see if he's able to do that. Monkey Mafia might be just hoping that these two actually just take each other out or get into it a bit and lose some time from each other, so he's able to catch up faster here. Oh, and Cedar pulling off a move that Monkey Mafia did earlier and getting around up into P7. That's C4 Bomber down into P8 and still not far behind. They've gained some time off of Monkey Mafia down at the back. Oh, and that C4 Bomber spinning around, losing part of his front wing there, now putting Monkey Mafia up into P8, 2.5 seconds behind Cito. He's going to try and catch up there now. Going back to Justice out in front in P3. He's still trying to catch up to Void here. Yeah, it's just under a second though. Trying to get it under half a second, but not as easy as you would expect. And now on lap 20 of 22 going. Time is running out very quickly here. They're running out of laps to get this done, so everyone's fighting for positions as much as they can. Quite a lot of drivers not finishing this race. That's 2 for us, but 6 drivers out of the race there so far. We started with 19, we're down to 13, but still we got a pretty good race going down all the way to the end. We got Cito getting very close to LXT right now. Let's see if he's able to get a move done, and he might try to take it on the inside. Oh, and touches the rear of LXT's car, almost losing it though, barely saving it. A good save from him though, still keeping it in 7th and going, but loses a few tenths to Monkey Mafia down behind, who is catching up and trying to get a gap under a second right now to get up to 7 there. Oh, we got, I think Justice was trying for a position there on Void. He did get like 0.1 of a second behind. Lost a few tenths very quickly though. I think he's going to try with DRS to get this done. Doesn't have a lot of overtake to use, but he's going to use what he has either way. And let's see if he's able to go side by side with Void. Actually pretty hard to catch up to Void here right now, and he's going to have to outbrake him if he wants to try it here, and which he's not going to be able to do as Void locks up maybe just a little bit. Oh, and Void getting not even sure what's happening there. Might be lagging just a little bit. Getting back down here to LXT and Cito, switching positions here. So Cito gets ahead of LXT now. LXT down to 7th with Monkey Mafia just under a second behind him. As we still have Monkey Mafia, the only car not having a penalty right now. Monkey Mafia trying desperately to get past LXT right now, looking for a good gap to go and to try and get a clean overtake done, and hoping, and there he's trying to get it on the inside, gets it done. LXT down into 8 now. Monkey Mafia moves up into 7. Great move on him so far. He really should have thought about these soft tires earlier in the race when that Ford pit stop. That puts him about 2.2 seconds behind Cito there now, who has a 3-second penalty, so automatically he's getting up into P6 with that. And we're on the final lap of the race here right now. Where is Linji right now? He's going around at the moment, not able to get past the line yet, so we're gonna have to wait on him. On the final lap, let's see if Monkey Mafia can actually get another position up here. Now automatically he's going to be able to get this as long as he can keep that gap under 3 seconds. He'll be able to get up into P6 for the race finish here, but let's see how that goes for him. I think race leader Linji and Void have 3 seconds each there, so they're going to equal each other out for that. And then we got, sorry, so I just switched to Justice there. He's got 6 seconds of penalties, so that's going to set him back a bit. Of course, they're prime time with 8 seconds behind him, so that's maybe he's going to be able to save him there. And Zed in 5th with 6 seconds. Cito with 3 seconds. Cito definitely losing out to Monkey Mafia though, because Monkey Mafia is trying to keep the gap where it is right now. Getting out the front with Linji here as he goes across the line here now. Takes it for the win for P1. We got Void going in P2, Justice B3, Prampton coming across. He is going to be P4 as he's getting a little bit twitchy there at the end. And Zed in his Racing Point coming across for P5. We got Sido and Monkey Mafia coming. Let's see if they're actually going to be switching positions here. If Monkey Mafia keeps it, 2.3 seconds going all the way to the end of the line. And that's Cedo P6 and should be switching it. There we go. Monkey Mafia finishes P6. Cedo goes down to 7. LXD goes 8. And we got Dalton going 9. That's the squash apples. He's going to be going 10. Takes away 9 though from Dalton there because the penalty is. So that's Dalton down to 10. Squash apples up into 9. Jay-Z should be coming in 11th, I would assume here. And we got C4 Bomber coming in for 12. And there we go. Zed gets driver of the day. Not too bad at all. Congratulations for him. And congratulations to Linji for the race win here. That was actually a pretty exciting race to watch all the way from the start to the end. I still can't forget that accident though. But we're going to have a look at that. Maybe I'll have a look at that in Discord later to see how that plays out. Alright, so Haas takes the win. Let's see our results as they are down at the end. And let's see, JC got the fastest lap of the race there, 144.5. So Linji takes pole position. Void there in second. Justice finishes the podium with P3. And Primetime takes P4Z. P5, and gets driver of the day. Monkey Mafia finishes 6. Cedo in 7. LXC 8. Squash Apples in 9. Dalton 10. We got Jay-Z in 11. Fastest lap. And C4 Bomber 12. Carter in 13, Rocket Rex in 14, we got Mark in 15, Alpha Stun and Forfer. The talk of the race with the incident that they had, 16th and 17, Agelos in 18, we got TKD in 19, and that is it, guys, for the Belgium Grand Prix round 7, I think it was for Bolt Racing League. Thank you guys for joining us on for the session. Please remember to leave the stream a like, and we'll see you guys for the next race here.